Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea. Today we have a very special game as we have a replay of two extremely young players. In the bottom right is Heroes IBA, a British Zerg player that became the youngest ever player to reach the Grandmaster level at only 11 years and 345 days. He was born in 2009. And on the other hand we have BabyMarine, who was born in 2005 and is 16 years of age. Right now I know IBA is somewhere between 5.6 and 5.8k on the ladder. He managed to get Grandmaster faster than Rainer did. Before IBA, Rainer was the quickest ever Grandmaster. So I think this guy has a pretty bright future up ahead of him in RTS and already in StarCraft 2. He's very good, he's improving quickly. And we'll see how good he really is right now. He's playing against BabyMarine. Of course, another youngster here. And actually Rainer's little brother. Well, little brother. 16 already. Rainer's brother. We see IBA opening up with a fast third hatchery in the forward location. At the same time, BabyMarine opening up with a 2-gas opener. Often on these smaller maps, it's nice to open with 2 gases, as it just gives the Terran a little bit more safety. With a faster Banshee, allows you to hold these roach pushes. They're very common on this map, just a bit easier. BabyMarine trying to poke any holes in this defense as IBA is pushing forward with this queen. Does manage to kind of push this Reaper away. And tries to get the next creep tumor up. Will be capable of doing just that. More queens are out on the way. Tumor gets sniped here. Good job there for BabyMarine. Keeps the Reaper alive, takes out a creep tumor. 3 more queens on the way here as well. As IBA is transitioning into a very queen-heavy mid-game. 3 are out already. 6 about to be finished. And an armory starts here for BabyMarine. So, just like his older brother, he's going to play rather aggressive. I remember when Rainer was younger, 15, 14, he would always do these weird all-ins. I absolutely hated playing against him personally. IBA seems to be a little bit different though. Not much of an all-inner and more of a very focused macro player. Likes the longer games, where his real strength is in these long, drawn-out macro games, split map scenarios. Speed of both of these guys obviously marvelous. 256 average APM here for IBA, 226 for BabyMarine. As BabyMarine is moving forward with these Hellions, looking for a little bit of damage. Ooh. Oh. Is that a second factory? Did that get spotted? That did not get scouted. So we're seeing an armory mine drop. I really thought this was going to be a hellbed attack, but instead we're seeing a double mine drop with an armory. There is no spores on the way yet. Now they start. 4:45 is the regular timing. He starts them 3 seconds later. Should still be fine, as these mines should only be capable of shooting a single timer. They'll shoot once and then the spores will finish up. It's on IBA here to realize what's going on, to pull away the drones as the mines come in. Aliens are moving forward, trying to get something done. Oh, more into hellbeds actually. And here comes the medevac. Is IBA quick enough with the response? Good. Drone pool is gonna end up losing 2 drones so far. Might lose another one here. Oh, good retargeting out of BabyMarine. Gets 2 extra. In a long time these drones being pulled off the line as well. So far 4 workers have been killed and a little bit mining time lost as well. 14 more drones immediately pop off. So you have a baling nest on the way. Lair's about to finish up. And we're currently on 4 gas. And the Spire goes down immediately here. We're going up to 6 gas with a Spire. And IBA's going to be building a lot of drones into, most likely, a crap ton of mutalisks here. We have another mine drop heading towards the main base. Of course, there's 4 mines in here. But his drilling claws hasn't finished up yet. It's about 50 seconds away. I don't think they should be capable of doing too much damage. There is no Overlord here for spotting, however. And that might increase the chance of this doing something at least. I'm gonna go to the 3rd base. I kind of like that. Take a look at the response out of IBA. Pulls away the workers. Is not quite quick enough. And that is a huge hit. These were some huge hits. 13 workers have gone down. So that means 9 extra have fallen at this point. Did the mines also just manage to run away? Yeah. 2 mines survive. This mine could technically still unburrow and get to safety. It's not quite what's going to happen, as IBA does get the cleanup here. We have another triple mine drop heading towards the natural right now, as Drilling Claws is, well, 15, 14 seconds away from finishing up. Here we go. Here come the mines. BabyMarine not waiting for them. to get the quick burrow. Oh, cute little move there with the spore. Doesn't manage to get the move with the spore the second time around. I saw that he was trying. He had that drone selected. We have one more mine in here. And now the drilling claws is done. So perhaps that is going to allow BabyMarine to get a little bit more damage. 14 workers sounds like a lot, but let's not forget that he got a second factory before a third CC. He's very delayed on the marine production. And IBA still managed to pump out a lot of workers. His macro did not slip during all of this. And right now we're looking at about a 20 supply advantage. BabyMarine with a massive supply block as well. 93 out of 93. I believe he dropped the supply depot somewhere. Yep, here we go. Dropped supply depot in the main base. And IBA already on 8 gas, building 4 more overlords, 5 mutas as well. And the harassment now is going to start. Creep spread is not brilliant, but it was an eventful early game, so I can forgive him that. And there's a couple of creep tumors, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. 8 extractors. It means that a lot of mutas can be produced here. One is on the way as well. And soon he will see this first army march across the map. There's not too many marines with this though. I think this cleanup should be pretty easy. It wouldn't even surprise me if IBA decides to just go around with these muralists rather than just straight up going on top of this army. That's exactly what's happening here. Well, it's not taking the most efficient route. He's taking the scenic route. We saw a lot of beautiful things here. There's this radar tower or whatever this is. Some worn out radar tower. A couple of milk jugs. We have a wheelbarrow next to it as well. Mutalists are gonna find a little bit of damage here. BabyMarine starts attacking his own depot. That is definitely a mistake. Ooh, big mine here as well. Ends up hitting 8 lings. Cute little run by. Might be capable of getting... Yep. Definitely gonna be capable of getting a couple of these SCVs. 8 workers have gone down on the side of our good friend BabyMarine. And IBA has lost a little more, but he also just had more eco the entire game, so I don't mind it too much. Muta count is growing up to 15 right now. At the same time we see these queens actually taking a bit of a beating. Overseer's gonna get taken out as well. Drilling claw mines are chasing the queens. This is something you don't see every day. So now we see a good split here. Tanks are sieging up. No stim, no stim. Not necessary if the mines do manage to hit like this, of course. There's no banelings right now out on the map, and that's a bit of an issue. Supply block here as well for IBA. Of course, banelings can always be built, even when supply block. All that great for BabyMarine. He's gonna get cleaned up. Might be capable of sniping a couple of more mutas, though. I don't think this is the fight he wanted to be taking. Cleaning up 4 marines cost him 5 mutas there. At the tail end of that engagement. There's no fort base yet. We're still on 5 barracks, so it's not some type of all-in here. But it is starting to feel a little bit all-in because that extra eco is just so late. See some workers being transferred into the natural. Ooh, look at that. Creep almost disappeared. IBA just barely in time with those creep tumors dropping down. 5th base isn't really mining. It would be annoying for IBA if he loses this. But mainly for the larva. It doesn't matter too much for the mining. Like, he's still going to be on 4 bases. This base isn't even saturated. Let's not forget, he's only on 74 workers. He's going to require a couple more workers. He's going to need a couple more workers if he really wants to start pushing out those units. Even though he is being basically 3 base all in at this point, I still wouldn't mind him throwing out 5 or 6 extra drones. Maybe even setting up a run-by. Or just using the Mutalisk aggressively. It's gonna do just that right now. Scan forward here out of BabyMarine. Starts taking out as many creep tumors as he can. These banelings, well, they get home safely. At last. A couple of depots get taken out here. So we see a slight oversaturation on the 3rd base. And when I say slight oversaturation, I mean he could saturate 2 bases with this SCV count. The mutas don't dare popping in though. A lot of mutas have gone down. If we could be a little bit critical of our young Grandmaster here, is the fact that he is a little bit sloppy with the mutas at times. Just losing them left, right and center. But perhaps that's due to the credit of BabyMarine, just being very quick. Scan forward, creep is being pushed back on every angle at this point. 4cc finally on the way, as 6 depots are about to finish up as well. Dive on the turret. It's not going to work. A bit of a gimmicky move. And if the gimmicks don't work, then you get pushed back, and that's exactly what's happening here. A lot of mines are burrowing forward. See potential. That was good connections actually with those Marines. Thought that these mines were gonna get the good connections, but actually it was the banelings that got the good connections. These lings are gonna try to trigger all the mines. There's still one mine remaining, but that could be a cleanup. Ooh, IBA, we need to get a cleanup here. We do need to get rid of those mines. If these mines get to shoot again, that would be absolutely awful. Then the entire engagement was useless. Here comes another mine shot. Good splits. Where's the Overseers? Overseer's a little bit too slow, but I don't think the mines are going to be capable of shooting again. No, all mines go down just in the nick of time. This little medevac drop might get cleaned up here. There's no banelings with this army, so I don't actually think he can clean this up. One baneling gets sniped. Good control out of BabyMarine. Now a lot of mutas once again are gonna go down. Good focus fire here out of BabyMarine. He loses, what is it? 2 medevacs and about 10 Marines, but also kills a bunch of mutalisks. Of course, IBA won't mind too much, because he still kind of has... Well, he doesn't actually have the eco lead anymore. He just hasn't been building drones for such a long time. His infestation pit is very late. Hive isn't here yet. +3 right now on the way for BabyMarine. And although BabyMarine is down in supply and potentially could die even here, well, not necessarily here at the 3rd base, but here at the 4th base, IBA's also in a little bit of trouble. He needs extra drones right now, because otherwise he can't really rebuild these units. Oh, this is big. Planetary not being done yet. Banelings don't quite want to detonate on top of this. We don't see a lift. Now we see the lift. This BabyMarine quickly is stimming over to this side of the map. Still has 78 workers though. And 3-3 is on the way. We now see IBA going up to 10 gases, 14 more links, no extra drones, 70 drones total. Sure, he lost 28 this game, but you can just rebuild the drones. You don't have to build extra links. See 4 more mutas on the way as well. I like that, even though we kind of stopped building mutalisk upgrades. I mean, he lost 31 mutas already. Holy crap. That's a lot of mutas lost in such a short game, by the way. Average APM of 400 right now. Good lord. He's very fast. Now, of course, Zerg players always have a little bit of an inflated APM, because they have the repeat rate very high when they're building units. That's still quick. BabyMarine as well, by the way. 350 for a Terran is bananas. Maru has 400. A lot of that is like effective APM as well out of Maru. Maybe BabyMarine just spams a lot. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I wouldn't surprise me. A bit of a spammer. Nah, BabyMarine's cool. Oh, a lot of these mines and banes, or a lot of these links and banes are gonna get taken out by the mines. Yeah, well, another attempt here, but he's not really getting any big connections. Oh my god, there's so many mines in this army. These mutas are super indecisive as well. I think he could have just taken out this base, but rather than doing that, he decides to go home. And as he comes home, well, he's actually going to be able to get a beautiful cleanup because of that. So perhaps that was better than killing a 3rd base. No, you need to take out these medevacs. Hello? He comes home with the mutas and then doesn't clear the medevacs. That's awful. Now he's gonna get shot by both of these mines. I don't think IBA can keep chasing here. He needs to start using these mutalisks again for what they're meant to be used for, and that is harassing. He just keeps taking these straight up engagements, and like, I'm happy for you that you feel so confident in your mutalisk, but your opponent is on 3-2 upgrades. You have no upgrades. I think he just lost like 12 mutas here. Terrible fight. Will be capable of clearing all the anti-air, and because of that can kind of bounce around between the bases, but that was not efficient whatsoever. That was bad. That was really, really bad. There's 2k gas in the bank. We still are lacking a higher mineral count. He needs to go up to 85, 86 workers at some point. 44 mutas gone down so far. 15-minute game. Good lord. It's like 3 mutas a minute. That's a very large amount, especially because you don't have mutas for like the first 7 or so. So it's been 6 mutas a minute being lost. That's like 1/3 of his income being lost in mutalisk every single min. That since the mutas were out. That's kind of crazy. A bit of a run by here. The links will not be capable of dealing too much damage. Adrenal glands on the way. There's no money right now for any of the follow-up upgrades either. Here for IBA. As BabyMarine starts pushing out once again. Medevac count is low. They have been taken out. There's a crap ton of Marauders though, and that will allow him to tank a lot of these bailing shots. The splits a little bit delayed, and the mines weren't burrowed yet either. That was a good connection there for IBA. Once again, it's up to 21 meter. I have no clue where he gets the money from. I guess he just doesn't have that many Banes. He's a single Baneling right now. He just wants to fight with these mutas. Also wants to detonate a couple of these mines before the Banes start running in. But none of these mines are actually shooting yet. Now we see the first mine. Oh, there's some friendly fire mines as well, huh? 2 Banes are gonna get taken out here. I think IBA barely manages to survive. He's at 21 Mutalisk and 8 Banelings. That's it, period. That's pretty crazy, actually. He is getting oversaturated now in the bases, because he actually needs a 6th base, and most likely a 7th base as well at some point. However, he's struggling to hold his own 5th. Marauder's pushing forward. I wouldn't mind a cheeky snipe here. Muta's pushing in as well. Do we have any Thors on the way? Oh, it would have been great to have a Thor here. They're never there when you need them. No stims being wasted initially. Here comes the stim, and now BabyMarine really needs to fight because he just doesn't have the medevac healing power to stay around for too long. That was a great mine hit. That boy got 8 kills. Majority of those were Banes. Now IBA's gonna push in though, and will be capable of pushing this back completely, at least until the next reinforcement shows up. 165 supply for the British Zerg player. 7 more Banelings, 4 more Mutas on the way, plus 2 attack from the Muta as well. The flyer attacks finally on the way. After losing 44... Oh, he hasn't lost a Muta in a while actually. 44 Mutas and having 21. 4 more on the way, going up to 25. He's gonna get those plus 2 flyer attacks. We haven't seen a Baneling run by or something like that in a long time either. And BabyMarine actually is managing to establish a lot of the outside bases, going up to 6 base right now. Of course, one of those bases is the command center that flew to his 6 base location. This hatchery did not get cancelled. And there's now a mine that's being burrowed there. Ooh, he's gonna get a couple of workers here. That's cool. That's a neat little move. That is a very neat move. Could have definitely sniped that. Oh, he's gonna get it. These Marines, they're ballsy. There's no friends here. 7 Marines with about, what is it, 20 HP each. 25 HP each. Yeah, that's a ballsy move there. Here comes a Ling run by. I don't really like this Ling run by. He's not that rich. And I don't really think he's going to be able to get too much done. And the potential of these Lings dying is pretty high. I like that he controls them this well, though. They're going to get away. Well, never mind. A couple of brothers will fall. Muta count back up to 23. 3-3 finally on the way here for IBA as well. Who's finally starting to transition into a more late game. Ultralisk Cavern, 3-3 upgrades. Adrenal has been done for a while already. We have a higher Baneling count. 31 are done. 12 more on the way. The BabyMarine's army is massive. 127 supply. These mines are gonna get, well, partly saved at least. I think 2 ended up going down there. A couple more Banes moving in. All detonating on top of the Marauder. We don't really have an attack here from 2 flanks. This is a single angle attack. Muta's coming in first. Trying to clear these mines before the Banes come in. There's still 8 mines remaining, but how many in this army? There's 3 with this army currently. The creep, well, is practically gone. The queen count is extremely low, so that's also not going to help with resetting up that creep. Respreading it. This base is very low as well. I just wouldn't mind a single medevac drop, just heading towards the right side and taking out that base. Taking out that hatchery. That would be big. Oh, here comes... Oh! You can't do that on creep, buddy. That's great to do off creep because the Banes are a little slower, but there was slightly too many Banes on creep to do that trick with. The one nice thing here for IBA, of course, is the fact that his opponent hasn't really been capable of expanding too quick to a 6th. However, IBA also isn't aware of this 5th base, and this is just a pure orbital command. So vulnerable for run-bys. Sure, there's 2 mines, but you can clear those with single links if you know about it. And now we have IBA actually going there. This bottom base could be in a little bit of trouble as well. It has 16 workers. And this is the newest mining base. There's not that many patches remaining for the Zerg here. Mutalisks are gonna fly in, try to take out the command center. Do not quite get it. These Marines could turn around and start shooting. When the bully becomes the bullied. And the Mutas have to fly away. This is still kind of a rudimentary army here for BabyMarine. There's not that many mines, especially in this topside army. Ultras are out. There's a crap ton of Marauders though, but no Ghosts, no Liberators. Could be tricky. These Banelings are going to get good connections as well. BabyMarine not really paying attention. He was paying attention to this army, and IBA is not really paying attention to that army. Loses a lot of these Mutalisks once again. Banelings will end up getting the correct connection. 7 Mutas remain though. IBA. 65 Mutalisks have gone down. Oei. Ay. 430 APM currently. Ultralisk Cavern, Anabolic Synthesis, as well as the Pathogen Glands and the Neural Parasite, as IBA is still floating a crap ton of gas. It's the minerals that has been the issue for him this game. It has been the minerals. Feels like BabyMarine is taking over at this point. Sure, there's still the potential for a good fight here for IBA, but BabyMarine just up 20 supply, is outmining his opponent in a pretty big way as well. 3200 against 1300. And by the time that BabyMarine maxes out, I think IBA is going to be at like 160, 165 supply. Now it is a relatively high quality army. 4, 5 Ultralisks, a couple of Infestors in there as well. When I say a couple, I mean a single Infestor. I like that he's getting Pathogen Glands and Neural Parasite, but he can't afford more than 1 Infestor. We also have Ghost on the way at this point. It's just going to be really difficult here for IBA, I think. It's going to be extremely difficult here for IBA. We have these mines moving forward with this army. A lot of medevacs as well. Actually a lot of healing here. A lot of healing power. I like that BabyMarine is just kind of controlling the pace of this game. He says, you know what, I don't actually need to kill you, as long as you don't really get any other bases. Mine's doing a good job defending over there. Now we might see a small rotation here towards this far right side. There's just not that many mines with this army. I think there's quite a few mines like just sprawled across the map. But not that many with this army. There's 6. Might just be enough. Do we get a Fungal? We get a pretty decent Fungal even. The Ultras are going to connect with this army as well. IBA gets a very good fight here. A lot of the Banelings still alive. Ghost try to get the snipes off on these Ultras, but this was an awful fight for BabyMarine and brilliant for IBA. That means that this orbital command could now... could it get forced to lift? I'm not sure. Wants to send a couple of these Banelings in here to kill all of these workers. Not quite sure if that's going to be the correct call. As a result, at least 1 Ultra is going to end up falling. Marauders, Marines and Ghosts are kiting back. Big Mine Shot actually hitting a lot of these medevacs as well. Another Ultra goes down. Good surround on with the links. IBA taking out a lot of these workers here. Oh my god, you can't stack up these workers, BabyMarine. You just can't do that. Another Fungal hit. It lands and these Ghosts are going to get taken out before the snipes hit. BabyMarine is desperately trying to micro back right now, but majority of his army supply is in these medevacs. Let's not forget that IBA's eco also isn't great, but it's still better than his opponent. As his opponent right now is, well, not mining from any base really. Oh, the mules on that topside base are... Good lord, that's risky. IBA's just going to ignore it, but that was really lucky here for BabyMarine. If these mules get sniped by like 2 or 3 links, that is game changing. That is actually game changing right there. That's a big portion of the income for BabyMarine that he's not going to be getting. Ooh, BabyMarine could have sniped that, I think. I think if he was a little more decisive, he could have gotten that. However, he also believes that he can get it no matter what. Tries to go for a pre-split. There's not a single Baneling with this army. It's just Infestor, Ultra, Zergling for now. Poof. Actual pain. Little links go down. 52 more links on the way as well here for IBA. Infestor in the back is not going to get EMP'd or sniped. These mines didn't connect with anything. I think IBA can almost go again. He's waiting for maybe a couple more Infestors. I like that. Once these Infestors get a single Fungal off, this army is absolute toast. There's not that many Marauders. 10 Marauders against 5 Ultras. There's 3 Infestors. It's all going to be about these Fungals. If the Fungals hit a big chunk of the army, I think that BabyMarine is in some major trouble. However, if Fungals don't hit at all, attacking up a ramp off creep is not a nice thing to do. Let me tell you that much. It doesn't feel good. That's a big mine hit as well. All of these Banes are gonna go down. A little bit of friendly fire there in the end. One Infestor gets targeted down immediately as well. Here comes IBA. Infestor's a bit too far in the back. Let's see, are they going to be capable to connect with anything? Yep. decently sized connection, but there's nothing to finish off this army. You have another Fungal. I think we have one more Fungal remaining here. Oh, does get a huge Fungal here. This is massive. Absolutely massive, as the topside base is going to get taken out, or at least forced to lift. This base is forced to lift as well, and we see BabyMarine in a world of trouble right now. Still rebuilding those ghosts, adding more and more Marines. Oi, 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 oi. What a game. This game is absolutely bananas. BabyMarine still has a CC here, by the way. I understand that he wants to keep it here for a potential planetary, but at this point it might even be worth it to fly to the top side. I love this pickup. Such a good call out of BabyMarine. Wants to get back into his main base. His army isn't quite the size he wants it to be. Also, this orbital command is burning out at this point. Feels kind of rough for the Italian Terran player. As our young Brit is dominating. Ooh, Mew gets used. Not a mana Mew, but it's to repair. To give just a little bit more time for this orbital. It's not going to be enough, sadly, as it will burn down. It's kind of... Well, is he out of money? Not really. He's mining 1800. I'm surprised BabyMarine still sees a chance. I guess his army is kind of big. And it's high quality. He has 4 ghosts, 9 mines. The painful thing here is that he isn't mining from any other base right now, except for this one. If he can get this base running, there could be some potential. Only 2 orbitals though. It's not enough mulage, I think. Okay, that gets spotted. We see a scan. Where is it being used? Over here. Just clearing creep. This base is empty and IBA doesn't really care about it much anymore. This base can fall. Oh my god, this really huge mine hit. What was it, like 20? 20 kills on one of the mines at least. We have... Oh no, IBA's throwing. IBA is throwing. The young one is getting impatient. You have a long life ahead of you, my friend. You can waste the time. This is why old people always cheese, because they know the end is coming quicker. Or maybe because their mechanics are worse. It's one of the two. I believe it's because the end comes quicker. They can fit in more games if they cheese a lot. IBA can fit in a lot more long games as well. So you should be kind of careful, not just rushing into things. BabyMarine lifts all of his buildings, losing a bunch of the supply depots. IBA might actually have to give up these links now. This is kind of like a death trap. He's going to clear a lot of these depots, which is nice. Oh, it's the reverse death trap. Look at this. IBA let his links get caught to then catch this army. Maybe not being aware that attacking up a ramp against a guy that can just pick up might not be the most brilliant play. Yeah, I think IBA at the same time as I did realized that, yeah, that's not going to be it. We do have this bottom base finally mining. We have 5 mines here as well. This looks weird because you could say, why doesn't he have the mines in the main army? Oh, hold that thought. Oh. Pick up. One big fungal on these medevacs and everything dies. It's not going to happen though. But I like how these mines are being used instead. They're used so that if small run-bys happen, that the entire run-by gets cleared. Rather than saying, hey, if we have a big fight right now, I want all these mines at home. No, he just wants to take small damage, like do small damage on the other side of the map. Oh, this didn't work. That didn't work at all. Now these mines are actually kind of vulnerable as well. We have an orbit on the way. That's huge. Oh my god, the mine's definitely paying off here. Mamma mia. Okay, where are we at? 58 army supply here for BabyMarine against the 86 out of IBA. IBA is not yet running out of resource mining whatsoever, actually. It's in a good spot. There's a cute attempt at microing and then ends up losing all of the links anyway. This army at some point... I mean, it's not really growing much anymore, right? This army is just getting smaller and smaller, and IBA's army is growing. I think IBA can actually just engage into this low ground. He is a little bit patient. Doesn't want to make any dumb mistakes. Who would, after 31 minutes of spamming the buttons at very high pace? Misses a fungal, unless the goal was to hit that mine. Actually seems to be the goal. You need like 3 fungals to kill a mine, that's already half that. Oh, we get it? Yeah, okay. So mine goes down. 7 mines still on the map, but majority of those is in the main base right now. 5 in the main. And there's 3 over here, I guess. BabyMarine's just in a bit of trouble. He's gonna need some fantastic mine shots. That's the only thing that can really save him. Mules get pulled away here. Here comes IBA. And here goes IBA. As he goes back up the ramp. Mine's still in the main base. Not being used to assist this army. Yeah, this can't really work because it's not even a proper split map anymore. Because your opponent already took your base. He's been mining from this. Resources lost is in favor of BabyMarine. Maybe actually, if he gets a complete scenario in which all of these bases get mined out, and he only loses like half a base to IBA, he might actually be okay. But that's a long way away from here. IBA is so patient right now. Look at that, going into the Greater Spire rather than trying to finish with this army. Really doesn't want to mess it up, huh? So many Fungals though. 15 Corruptors on the way. Did I see that correct? He must have cancelled some. I saw 15 and now it's 11. 11 Corruptors, and these are going to be, of course, for these Broodlords. I like that he cancelled them, because if he had gone for 15 Broodlords, he wouldn't have been capable of building any Broodlords. Like, maybe just 1. That would have been it. It's obviously not enough. These drones are long distance mining from... I think this was the 3rd base that BabyMarine got. There's still actually some money here, so like 600-700. It's not bad. It's also money that your opponent isn't getting, so it counts double basically. He was gonna start pushing forward soon with these Broodlords, as this game feels kind of over at this point. He still needs to pull the trigger. It's like he has a guy bound up at a chair. He wants to shoot him, and he's googling right now how to use a gun. Like watching these long instructional videos. People on YouTube never just cut to the good part immediately, do they? It's a bit like how the cooking scene works. They always start every recipe with an entire story explaining when they loved the recipe, how they received the recipe. Oh, this is a dark move, by the way. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, Broodlord. This is absolutely cool. IBA just toying with his food at this point. He's gonna take everything out. There's no more armory either, which means that these mines are gonna get absolutely blasted. BabyMarine is dead. He is yet to accept it though. But usually he's as graceful in victory as he is in defeat. He's just really trying his absolute best here. Can't blame the guy for that. A couple of decent EMPs hit as well as the Broodlords start working on this planetary at the 8 o'clock location. At the end of the day, I don't think there's anything here that BabyMarine can do. There's still 2k, 1k in the bank. IBA pulls the trigger. He has enough of the googling how the gun works. He's seen this in movies. GG gets called, and IBA wins this 35-minute banger between the two young ones. Pretty sick game. Pretty sick players, both of them with a lot of potential. BabyMarine has hit 6k before, now in a little bit of a, I'm not sure if you call it a slump, but at a lower MMR, I think it's like 5.8-ish, between 5.7 and 5.8, and IBA is somewhere around 5.6 to 5.8 most of the time. So yeah, cool young players that we might see more from in the future. I enjoyed this. I'll see if I can get a couple more of these guys as games, both BabyMarine and IBA. It's always fun to see the young up-and-comers, see how they do, if they improve. Maybe in a month or so from now, we'll have a look at another replay. Thanks everyone so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you all next time for a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.